Listen, you see, in football, there are many stats. There are many stats and records. But let me shock you people. All these stats does not define a great player, except one stat. Did you hear what I said? In football, all these statistics does not define a great player, except one statistics. What is that statistics? You know, I always come with a proof. If you have a Bible, begin to write down. The only statistics that defines a great player is that statistics that shows a player who has been able to defeat big teams. I did not stop there, with weaker teams. Let me repeat this. The only statistics that defines a great player is the statistics that shows a player who has defeated big teams more with weaker teams. It's no wonder Lionel Messi has way more trophies than Cristiano Ronaldo. Way more trophies. Because let me tell you something, in finals, semi-finals, you know, usually in campaigns, usually in tournaments, usually in leagues, the higher it goes, the higher you meet very tough teams. And that is when your greatness begins to show. You begin to show your greatness when you meet those tough teams. It's not by your scoring goals against Armenia. You score 7 goals, 10 goals, and then you say that statistics is based on the highest goal scorer in Champions League, and all those things are rubbish. All those things are what? Rubbish. You know why I said this? The reason I said this is not, I don't even have Cristiano Ronaldo in mind. I have Lamine Yamal in mind, because a lot of people have told me Lamine Yamal is not a flop. Check his statistics. That thing is rubbish. You see, all these players that come around, and that's why I love Lionel Messi. All these players that come around, and when they meet small teams, they start, acting like they are tough. They start acting like they are tough until you see them alongside with big teams, facing big teams, and you see their fans, their hearts are beating, boom. That's how we know. The previous Champions League, if it was Lionel and Messi, our hearts wouldn't be beating when we met Inter Milan. Our hearts wouldn't be beating. Considering that this is Barcelona, our heart wouldn't be beating even with PSG, but our heart was beating because we know that Lamine Yamal don't got it. But in the Club World Cup, even though Lionel Messi went with a dead team, because Inter Miami was not even a weak team. Weak teams are some of these Premier League players, maybe in the 8th position, constant 8th or 9th or 10th position. Inter Miami is even worse than those in 2nd division of Premier League, or those that had gone to relegation. Do you understand this situation? Inter Miami is worse. Yet Lionel Messi went with Inter Miami and defeated FC Porto. We still had hope. People had hope, such that he had to take a defending UEFA Champions League champion to beat Inter Miami. Remember, these champions beat their opponents in UEFA Champions League finals by 5-0. 5-0. These were the people he had to take to beat Inter Miami. Because of Lionel Messi, we had hope. Now, anyway, I took the help of ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT, between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, which player is more associated with destroying big teams while playing for a smaller or weaker team? And they said Lionel Messi. You can check it yourself. They said, though both are great in big games, just in different ways. Here is a clear and fair comparison. Now, they started with Lionel Messi. Said Lionel Messi, giant killer with weaker teams. Messi has repeatedly dismantled elite teams, even when his team was not the favorites. His teammates were inferior on paper, the system depending heavily on him. Key reasons Messi fits this description more: greatness, creates and finishes, scores, assists, controls tempo, single-handed dominance, can dismantle big teams even if his team is struggling. Proven with limited squads. Argentina these things always come with facts and figures. Argentina pre-2021 often relied almost entirely on Messi. Barcelona post 2015 declined. Inter Miami transforming instantly after his arrival. Famous examples, listen to this: Argentina versus Brazil, Copa America 2021. Argentina versus France, World Cup 2018 and 2022. Even against Nigeria. Okay, let's not call Nigeria though. Now, Barcelona versus Real Madrid, multiple eras. Barcelona versus Bayern Munich, Manchester City, PSG, Juventus. Messi often beat big teams with control and humiliation, not just goals. Now they went to Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, big team destroyer in a strong team. Ronaldo is known best for destroying big teams while playing in strong teams, delivering clutch goals in decisive moments. His strength, decisive finish, aerial dominance, mental toughness, late game goals. Famous example: late game goals are penalties. Late game goals are penalties. Like in the time of Atletico Madrid and co. Now look at late game goals. Famous example: Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid versus Atletico Madrid. Now Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich. Portugal versus Spain. Juventus 2018 World Cup hat-trick. They didn't win. Do you understand? But it was against me, right? Now, Juventus versus Atletico Madrid. UCL come back. Atletico Madrid. You see that UCL come back. Juventus is a bigger team now. Juventus versus that's Ronaldo usually destroys big team by finishing chances, not by controlling the whole game. By finishing chances, not by controlling the whole game. Do you understand? Key difference, simple truth, aspect, Messi. Do you understand? But Ronaldo needs strong team. Do you understand the situation? So now, guys, you've been able to see it. All these are the ways. See, stop going around and checking statistics, assists, goals. That's why someone will come and tell me to go and check Lamine Yamal's statistics. Whatever you do against small teams don't matter. See me, I don't look at you as a great player when you're performing against small teams. Great players are known against big teams. That's why you call them great players. Good players are towards young small teams. We call them small. Great players are towards big teams. The greatest player are towards big teams using a small team. Let me differentiate this again. Good players are in their prowess and laurels and their activities towards any team, like small teams. These are good players, small teams. I don't even recount them as good players, really. These are good players, but let's just give them the status of good players. Great players are against big teams. You're controlling big teams. I'm telling you the truth. Now, in fact, let's put it this way. Great teams are against big teams. Great teams are against big teams. But great players are against big teams with very small team. Against big team with very... It is only Lionel Messi now. Lionel Messi is a giant killer with small team. A giant killer with small team. That's how you know greatness. We're talking about this one. You're talking about small boys. The Armenians, you're scoring goals. They'll come around and tell us statistics. Go and check it out. I don't do that. People should be able to understand greatness. People should be able to do what? Understand what greatness is. You don't just blah blah blah. You see small people, you're shining. No. When it comes to finals, semi-final, that's where we do things.